Hey. What's up, bro?
Hello there, me brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm just chilling, man. It's been a nice little relaxing Sunday, and I'm just grateful that we are back in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. We had another little gap. The way I see it for me, I've been going through this flat line throughout this gap,
Yeah,
and also just been sitting back, just looking at life. You know how on this journey, bro. Life kind of hits you on a deeper aspect,
yeah.
and yeah, that's what I've been going through. And shout out to Moody Star. I watched one of his videos and it was about patience. And I thought
Okay.
that was a pretty good video because that's like what I'm going through right now is like this phase of having a deeper understanding that patience is very important on this journey and that stuff is not going to happen right away type
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's in God's timing too, you know?
Right.
I feel like that's why God talks about that a lot. It's not in our timing, and a lot of it is yeah, like there's a lot of waiting that is involved, when you're putting God first and when you're living that lifestyle. You have to do a lot of waiting, and it's part of having faith, is like just chilling back and being comfortable in the waiting periods.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm, getting a better understanding of because I have moments where I can be very impatient on certain things and
Yeah.
it gets you nowhere when you're impatient. So it's like um throughout this, period of just, sitting back from doing podcasts and videos for that period of time, it's like I just had, one of those moments where you just look at life and try to get a better understanding of it and how to operate a lot better through this crazy stuff because this life we live is bizarre, weird, and can be crazy sometimes. You just have to know how to operate the right way in this video game or whatever this is, bro. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Yeah, it can get bizarre sometimes, and that's what I've been going through. It's just having a deeper understanding about patience and a few other things, because it's all about growth on this journey. That's what it is. The SR journey is like basically a growth journey of getting to the best version of yourself.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. And I love what you said about the video game. I think about that all the time because it's we can get into these habits to where we're doing kind of the same thing every day and it gets repetitive, but that's basically kind of what you got to do in the video game. You got to
Right.
set yourself up and do the things that work for you, eating the right foods, working out every day, putting in the work, doing the things, reading your Bible, staying close to God, praying, meditating, all these different things, bro. I mean, like I said, it could get repetitive, but we know these are the right moves in the video game. This is how we get it to the next level. We keep going from level 2. Now we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. We keep going up,
Yeah,
so that's what it is.
it's the truth. When you consistently make the right moves for yourself out here, that's when you get blessings and rewards.
Yes,
Because when
sir.
you do the wrong stuff, you definitely don't get blessings or rewards. That's what I realized. Because your boy was definitely a hot mess before this SR journey. And now being on the SR journey and actually making the right moves and cultivating that essence, the life force, our creative energy. It's life becomes deep, and it's a blessing at the same time, man. Because for me, my eyes was definitely wide shut, bro.
Yeah.
Um, before we take off, let me get that intro knocked out.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Here we go. Welcome to the Unchained podcast, everybody. This is your boy Spirit War Martin, along with his podcast partner Seb Conscious. My goodness, always put God first and become your inner lion in this crooked matrix and spiritual warfare, y'all. Boy, listen here. Hey.
Hey. Well, shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to all the retainers. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I've kind of been taking a little bit of a step back on my one-on-one videos, and I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm focusing on some other things, and I'm focusing on this podcast, you know. And I know, Martin, you probably feel the same way, but I felt like I had to address that to some of the people who are going to be watching this, and they're like, you know, what's going on? Where the videos at? You know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
just letting you guys know, it's not like I'm done forever, but I'm just kind of, you know, I've been taking on this new job, you know, selling the solar panels and stuff. And I'm also trying to generate and funnel more of my energy into this podcast. So like I said, I'm not done for good, but I'm just taking a little break.
Yeah, same with me, man. Definitely stepping back from the one-on-one videos, because I felt like those, low-key, for me, was stepping stones of growth to get to where I am today. Because, yeah, I'm just focused on the podcast now and the podcast only. And obviously other things in our personal lives and stuff. But as far as the videos go, I'm just going to be basically just dropping podcasts on my channel, bro. Because that's what the big homie wants me to really focus on.
Right.
That. You know,
absolutely.
Because that's the gold. That's the golden road right there, bro. So that's where we are right now. It's all about growth.
Exactly. So any of you guys that are in the Subconscious Galaxy Spirit War Squad, they're gonna have to tap into Unchained to be able to, you know, tap in with us.
Yeah. It's just all about growth, man. Yeah, I did a lot of one-on-one videos, but I felt like I got caught into doing that way too much and was low-key wasting a lot of energy when I can put a lot of my creative energy into this, because this is more powerful, I feel, than a one-on-one video, because it's me and you both talking about our life experiences together.
Absolutely.
And that's way more powerful.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro. You ready for this? I'm gonna lead the way, all right?
Let's go.
All right, man. Topic number 1. What are your thoughts, my spirit brother, on feeling conviction in situations?
Yeah, you know, being on this SR journey and obviously not operating worldly, you know, when it comes, you know, when temptations come around, because temptations is gonna come, especially when you're doing the right stuff and straying away from doing toxic stuff, is going to happen, and you got to be able to pass the test. And for me, man, I can see it before it actually happens, so I kind of like stop it before it even manifests, or however you want to say that. So it's like, yeah, gaining this discernment and intuition on SR and cultivating that creative energy / life force, yeah, it definitely creates a lot of conviction for me now. Yeah, it reminds me of my old self when I see worldly stuff, and I don't ever want to go back to that, because I was very unproductive participating in worldly things, the lust and all that stuff, you know, fornication with multiple partners and all this type of stuff, hanging around the wrong people. Now I can't do it, because when you put the universe, divine power source, God, or whatever you want to call that greater energy first, it's not the same, bro, and it's no going back to the old way. So you know, I feel conviction and feel off and wrong when it's something that I know is going to contaminate my spirit, instead of just doing stuff like how I used to do.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean?
That is why. Yep. The first thing that comes to mind to me is a couple weeks ago when I ended up, you know, fornicating with that girl. You know,
right?
Where I thought, you know, that situation was just whatever, and then, I let the lust get to me, you know, and I ended up, you know, doing that, and that made me feel horrible, fam. And you know, other people that aren't on SR, they aren't putting God first and living the lifestyle that we like to live. I think I told a couple of those people, and they're like, oh, you know, what's the big deal? It's not that big of a deal. But guys like us, we understand that it's a big deal, you know?
Right.
Because we allow ourselves to slide on certain situations. And basically, my experience, I have it in a lot of different things, bro. I was just talking to my roommate about this too. about how like I used to be okay with like stealing little things from like stores. Like I could go like
Yeah,
steal like a bag of chips or like a soda or something, and I thought that was fine, you know. And now like it's the conviction. I can't even steal a penny from anybody, you know, without feeling that godly sorrow. And I feel like that's what happens when the Holy Spirit hits you, is you get aligned, you know. Everything gets
right.
aligned and you start to understand what's right and what's wrong. And anytime that you feel yourself sliding back, God definitely comes and he lets you know like what's going on.
That's the truth, because yeah, that's how it is for me, man. It's just bizarre because when you obviously put the big homie upstairs first, you have a better understanding of um the actions we take and the energy that we put out into the universe. It's always going to come back, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
whatever you put out, it's going to come back. That's why now that conviction hits, because you don't want to put that bad energy out there to where some bad gonna manifest and happen to you or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, that stuff ain't no
Yeah,
joke.
exactly. You spend a period of time to where you're living on the righteous pathway. As soon as you catch yourself slipping up, even in the littlest bit, you can feel that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's the truth. Yeah, that's how it is for me, bro. And it's just important to have self-awareness and have this wisdom or knowledge of how to operate in life, because it helps you in the long run.
Yeah. Like God put it on my heart. Like when I did that thing with that girl, like he basically said that, you know, the conviction set in that I'm not even supposed to be talking to any women right now, you know. So since that moment, I haven't been talking to girls whatsoever. Like just totally put it out of my, you know, consciousness. You know, it's like God kind of reeled me in and he reminded me like, okay, now is the time to focus on you and focus on these other things, right? And the he basically said like the woman situation would handle itself later down on the road, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's difficult though for us, man, and being on this journey, this SR journey, you know, it's real hard to basically keep moving forward and not focus on lust or, you know, women at the moment, because you're building, you know, a structure for yourself and on a purpose. You know, that the big homie basically called us and, you know, got us doing now with the podcast, just chopping it up about stuff. You know, you just don't
Right.
want to ruin that, because a lot of, you know, like I said before, no disrespect to female individuals, but for us being on this journey, they are a distraction for us because we're
Yes.
focused on bettering ourselves. And, you know, yeah, it's easy to get distracted, man, and get taken off track. So it's a tough journey, but you got to keep moving forward and not worry about that until it's the right time type stuff, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, we.
All right, my brother. Topic number 2. What do you think about becoming a natural leader when you go on semen retention?
Well, it's the truth. When you cultivate your creative energy, which is our life force, and not spend it or bust it out left and right on the corn sites or just whatever we used to do. Because I used to be on the corn sites pretty serious. I ain't even going front. And when I broke free from that and started going on this SR journey, I noticed that you get courage, you get confidence, and you want to start leading by example, you know, and sharing experiences of life that you went through with, you know, younger generations or just anybody who feels like they're lost or something, or they just don't understand stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I've come to realize, is becoming a person that just want to lead by example and help people with your
Exactly.
own wisdom that you learn from life, or like I said, past experiences, or yeah, just chopping it up about life, bro. You know, you
Yeah.
become a natural it seems inspirational leader of some sort. I don't even look at myself as a leader, but people look up to me as this, you know, real cool guy and stuff. But the way I feel personally, I don't even feel like that. It's kind of weird how that is, because I heard celebrities or famous people like Kobe Bryant, which is a good inspiration. He says a lot of people look up to him, but the way he feels, he's just being himself. But to other people, they look at him as an incredible person.
Yeah.
That helps people that play basketball or whatever. That's how I feel right now with the SR journey and just talking about life experiences. I'm just doing myself, but being me and being my authentic self, but at the same time out here helping people.
Yep.
At the same time, but it's like, it's hard to explain, but that's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
Like leading by example, because obviously the big homie upstairs and being on this SR journey, because looking at myself before this, I would never be able to do what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, this is easy to do now type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's weird.
Yep. Well, what happens, and I can relate to what you're saying, you still feel like a regular dude, but at the end of the day, you're inspiring people.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that's coming out of your mouth, bro. And it's
right.
because of all the life experience that you've had. You've been through a lot of different stuff, and so have I. So that's I think that's a good place for us to be, to where it's like we're kind of just almost on autopilot and just kind of sharing all this wisdom and all this information, and eventually people who do that end up looking like they end up making people feel people look up to you, and people feel safe around you, because you're the source of inspiration, and you're the guy who's kind of figured out a lot of these different tricks and tips for life, and I think it's important, bro, and that's why I do it, that because I've been I've been in that hell, how we always talk about there's hell and heaven on earth, and it's all
right.
just whatever's going on in our mind. I've been in that hell, and I made it out, and it's not saying that I still don't have rough days, because I do, but I definitely have learned some tricks, so I want to share that with people, because when I was stuck in that moment, I wish I would have had somebody who was talking to me like that.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had somebody who I could load up their YouTube channel or their podcast, and every single time I learned something valuable,
Right.
And it's important, bro, and we get it all the time. That's why I love making these, bro, is because we really can help people. We really can make a difference with our own experience, and that just means a lot to me, bro.
Yeah, it means a lot to me too, and just sometimes it's mind-blowing for me. Just doing what I'm doing today as far as the podcast is, like I said, man, I never would have even, seen myself doing this, a year and a half or two ago before I started right. SR, fam. Literally.
Exactly.
Like, this stuff it's a damn trip, but here we are. And it's all because, the universe, the big homie upstairs, and obviously cultivating our creative energy and not getting stuck in the black hole of the corn sites and all the fornication and stuff and a lot of worldly things. When you just be focused on your pathway and bettering yourself, you become a serious person out here, bro. But it just, for me, man, it's hard to fathom sometimes what I'm doing today. It's all because of SR, bro.
Exactly. And what I always talk about, and we're actually going to talk about this on topic 6, but I feel like when you go on semen retention, you get the willingness to actually do things like this. And that's why I always talk about it with people, how this is like a real tool for success, is because I don't know how to explain it, bro, but like all of a sudden you just get the courage to like try new things.
Yeah.
And it's like you like I always say, like you access a new mode in yourself to where like you have these big dreams, and like my whole life, bro, I had these big dreams, right? I want to do something cool, I want to be this, I want to be that, but it didn't happen until I went on SR, until I actually thought that it was possible, which is a trip, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah, that's how it's something deep behind going on your SR journey, bro, because you literally becoming you become tapped into your higher self and become connected with something greater, bro, to where, yeah, you literally start unlocking things from deep within, and you start doing stuff that you never would have thought that you would ever do in your life, bro. And it becomes easy to do. That's the trip about it. It becomes easy. That's what's blowing my mind right now. It's the courage, and you won't care about what other people think or say about you either, because you're that confident and have that much faith.
Exactly.
Man, it's a damn trip, fam.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to explain. That's why I always tell people, like, trust me, just go on semen retention. You know, you just do it for a couple months. You're going to see, because I feel like it's one of those things that you can't really convince somebody, you know, about all this stuff. You know, you have to have a direct experience with it, you know?
Right.
You know, yeah. So that's what I try to explain, bro. When I meet people or someone at the gym or any of my friends, you know, that's what I always say. But it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's almost like trying to convince somebody about God. It's kind of the same thing. Or you know, you can lead the camel to the water, you can't make them drink it, right? You gotta have your own experience, and through that's when it'll click.
That's the truth. You know, you just have to dive into deep water yourself so you can see what the hubbub is all about. And when you see what the hubbub is all about, your life is going to change.
How about what the Izzo all about as well?
Right. When you see what the Izzo is all about, yeah, your life is going to change for shizzle. You know what I mean? When you see what the Izzo was all about.
Right.
Man, it's no joke.
Man. My goodness. All right, bro. Topic number 3. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
What are your thoughts on just telling it how it is? And kind of what do you mean by that one? Telling it how it is.
What I mean by telling it how it is just be honest no matter what, and tell the truth, you know, and just don't sugarcoat stuff. You know, you might offend some people with, you know, just being very honest and straightforward about stuff, but it helps you move forward, you know, because you don't want to have situations to where, you know, later on people be like, why didn't you just tell the truth type stuff? Because people are going to eventually find out the truth. Yeah. So you might as well just tell the truth, or, you know, the honesty, right, you know, first and foremost, and just, let it be known that you operate in the truth, so you don't have to worry about any type of deceit or backstabbing type shit, you know. That's just what I understand. It's just telling it how it is and not trying to, you know, sprinkle any type of lie or deceit on it. You know, that's just how I've become on SR. So I used to always sugarcoat or come up with little like lies and shit for situations instead of just being honest. Now I can't even do it. Yeah. And it's weird how that is.
You know, I used to be the same way, you know, especially when I was like doing a lot of partying and stuff like that. You know, I remember I used to lie to my mom all the time. I used to lie to different people and covering up little things, because at the end of the day, when we do that, a lot of it is because we're afraid of people judging us, you know? Yeah. And so you gotta get down that concept of like to where you're so confident in yourself and you have that connection with God to where you're confident with what you're doing, to where you don't care about what other people think of you. I feel like that will allow you to be more honest, bro, and tell people how it is. Because now I don't care at all. And I actually prefer to tell people about the ugly stuff, you know, because what I've noticed is you get more respect. It doesn't matter how ugly it is. And if someone does judge you for, you know, maybe something that happened, or, you know, something from your past that isn't exactly, you know, the prettiest thing or the nicest story, you know, something that's a little bit embarrassing, if they judge you for that, that's a red flag. You know, it's usually the people who have a good heart and the people who are understanding, they're usually going to respect you for basically just telling it how it is.
It's the truth, you know, and that's what I'm like. It's coming across individuals that respect the fact that you're very honest and tell the truth about shit and don't make the situation weird. You know, you just straight up blunt, you know, just straightforward and tell the honest truth. No fabrication, no over exaggeration type stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's just simple truth. That's how I operate now, you know. And that's how we are, you know. It's important to operate that way, but you'll come across, you know, individuals that just, they can't do that for some reason.
Yep.
And it can be bizarre, you know, especially when you stop operating that way and start telling the truth, and you come across individuals that, you know, operate like that. It can be real weird sometimes because it reminds you of your old self. And that's why I be alone a lot, because I notice there's a lot of, you know, my old self out there. Yeah, man,
Exactly. And I'll even catch people like doing that, like maybe even like some of these grasshoppers, these youngsters that I run into. I'll catch them, bro. I know that they're lying, you know, and they're trying to cover up something, you know. They're trying to, yeah, just like they'll be like telling a story, and then they'll switch up and be like, oh wait, and then like you catch these people in a lie, right? And you're just like, man, I feel bad, because all they're doing is they're just afraid of judgment. You know, they're afraid of telling you something embarrassing or something negative that happened to them, you know, and because they think you're going to judge them, but it's actually the opposite. You know, if you're vulnerability creates respect. You know, if you go up to someone and you're like, look, bro, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and I'm struggling. You know, that's way more respectful than making up some bullshit, right? To try to appear a certain way. You know, you're trying to appear like you're somebody that you're really not, you know? So that leads to just a mountain of bullshit.
It's the truth. It just leads to a bunch of unnecessary stuff that you have to try to unwind. You know what I mean? You have to try to unwind all these loops and shit that you done created with the lying rope, or whatever we want to use as an example. You just have to make sure that you don't want to, you know, you don't want to get yourself in a situation where that'll happen.
Right.
Just be straightforward and just be honest about stuff, and you can be able to move forward properly. Like I said, you might offend people while doing this, but the truth will set people free, including yourself, you know. And the people that get offended by the truth, they obviously doing some deceitful shit, because they can't be around the truth. You know what I mean?
My goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Straight up, bro.
Yeah. I would honestly suggest that people start making it like start making it a habit to where you're comfortable talking about embarrassing shit. You know,
right?
That's why for me, bro, when I first got on here and I started talking about SR, I started talking about how, you know, I used to watch a lot of porn. That was not easy for me to do.
Right.
You know, it's not easy for a man to sit up here and talk to a bunch of people about how he used to beat off all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Takes so like that's courage.
It does, you know, but it brings freedom. You know, it brings freedom, because guarantee you there's, you know, 90% of all the other guys have gone through this same thing. So it ends up making you look inspirational, you know, and it's actually a really, like I said, it creates respect, you know, and people think that by covering it up, that's, you know, gonna help you, but that actually does the opposite.
Yeah, it makes it worse, man, and it puts more like bad thoughts or whatever the hell's going on as far as the dark energy goes, you know, in your mind and your spirit, when you basically don't speak on it or find, you know, obviously the individuals that's potentially going through the same thing as you. You know, that's why it's a good thing that we're doing what we're doing, because there's a lot of guys out there that's literally afraid to talk about this type of shit open, you know. But for us, it's nothing, you know. I mean, it's difficult to do, but the way we are, you know, built, or however you want to say, it's not, we can just do it. You know, we can just talk about this issue because we understand how powerful it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like what it is, bro, is you get to a place to where you understand that life, this is part of life. You know, so why would we try to run away from it? You know,
Right.
everybody goes through their own. Everybody has their own stories. You know, it might look a little different. You know,
Fact.
I had problems with drugs. I also was in a toxic relationship. I know you
Yeah.
were in a toxic relationship. I know
Yep.
other guys that are, you know, whether it be alcohol, whether it be cocaine, whether it
Right.
be all these other things, sex, whether it be maybe you used to be like 350 pounds, maybe you used to be addicted to steroids. I don't know what it is. It could be anything, but we all have our own stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the way that we break free from that is by talking about it, bro.
It's the truth, because yeah, we all literally have our own daily battles with demons that we be battling every day. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, dark energy like crazy. Yeah, like you said, whether it's substances or whatever you got going on with yourself,
Yeah.
we battle ourselves and we battle dark energy along with this shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but the only way to feel better about battling these demons or whatever this dark energy is that we have, got to talk about that shit. You know, you have to talk about it and speak on it so you can be able to get this weight off your shoulders, because if you keep it bottled in, it's just going to turn you into a super dark cloud out here.
Exactly. And it's only going to snowball too, because as soon as you talk about it, you're going to get other guys that are like, oh, yeah, you know, I went through that too.
Yeah.
You know, and you're going to make friends. And then now you're going to be a little army of fucking soldiers for God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all, you know, we can lean on each other and we can do this shit together. You know, it makes you feel less alone.
It's the truth. It's like literally like taking a lantern and showing your lantern, right? By speaking on what you got going on, and then the next guy will want to start pulling out a lantern of his own and speaking out on shit. And like you said, yeah, the snowball. And then next thing you know, you got a whole team full of lantern holders.
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? It's over with. That's our journeyman like crazy.
Exactly, bro.
That's what's up. But it's the truth though. Yeah, it's a snowball effect when you talk about some stuff that a lot of people are scared to talk about, bro. They be like, man, he got a lot of balls and courage to talk about that. I want to talk about it now type stuff.
Exactly.
That's beautiful, bro.
It's a whole shift, you know, to where you understand that like speaking on this stuff is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on it is the way through it. You know, speaking on, I don't care. The only thing that's stopping you from speaking on it, like I said, it's fear of judgment. It's fear of other people's perceptions of you.
Right.
But you have to break that wall down first, you know, and then once you do that, then it's over with. You know, then you can talk about everything.
Yeah, it's the truth. You have to bust down that wall of fear, it seems, of what other people think about you, because you know this world we live in is backwards. So when you walk backwards, that's when you start unlocking clues.
Yeah, facts, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you start
actually
hitting that
speaking
Michael
on
Jackson
what you
or
got
what?
going on with yourself, and it has a positive outcome, because it's definitely, you know, not what we originally think. You know, when you have the mindset of, you know, being in fear and not wanting to speak on stuff, it actually gets worse. But when you actually take the action and speak out on what you got going on with other people, that stuff is powerful. That's powerful than a mug, bro.
Yes, sir.
Save lives, makes you feel all around better about yourself. Yeah, like you said, has a snowball effect, chain reaction.
Only good things can come from that, bro.
It is. It's the truth.
So
Facts.
All right, my dude. Topic number 4. And this is kind of going in with the title of what the episode is going to be, bro. I'm going to talk about how to avoid soul ties, but the topic is called the smash first mentality. You know, and I want to talk about how basically society right now is set up to where and I dealt with it myself. I've dealt with it, you know, recently, you know, a lot of people are very lustful, bro, as we know, but it's not just us, it's the women too. So there's this idea that when we link up with somebody who we're interested in, it's like everybody just wants to smash right away, you know, and that's like normal behavior. But what I've learned is that that's how you form a soul tie real fast. you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like when you get into that place to where you just link up with someone because you think that they're attractive or whatever. You guys are, maybe you're out drinking or whatever, you know, whatever, something happens and you smash. You guys are exchanging energy at that point and you create a soul tie at that point. You know, every time that you have sex with somebody, your energy gets exchanged, you know, and it's a
Ooh,
lot deep. It's a lot deeper than we think, bro. So I kind of want to talk about how we got to get past this smash first mentality, and more so if you're thinking about getting with somebody or having, you know, going on a date or dating someone, look at their spirit first and look at their personality first, right? We're not just going right to just because they have, you know, a pussy, you're just gonna smash, right? So
right.
let's talk about that.
It's the truth, man. You know, we have to look at the spiritual aspect of things and try our best to, it's hard though, try our best to not operate on looking at them like a piece of steak type situation. And yeah, that smash first mentality will destroy you, bro. You know, because it happened to me, and I've had multiple partners in the past, you know, especially living that kingdom of darkness lifestyle when I was, yeah, it's real deep. But I noticed, you know, you know how they do the body count stuff now?
Yeah.
That's not good, bro. You know, Muggs is out here bragging about how they got 30 bodies and stuff. That's 30 soul ties. So
Exactly.
you got a haunted house in your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, all those soul ties, you know, you got all that shit going on inside your body to where your mind is just jacked damn near, because you got all those different types of spirits and energy or whatever the hell's going on with that. Because yeah, sex is sacred. So yeah, when you fornicate, you basically signing like a spiritual contract of some sort with that person and don't even know it, because it's deep. When you look at the deep aspect of it, yeah, them soul ties, that shit ain't no joke, bro. And like I said, I had multiple partners smashing and shit and didn't understand it, but also felt like I was going crazy as hell on top of drinking, being in that band, participating with the wrong people. Like, I just felt like I was all around going nuts. Didn't have no stability to myself, was all over the place as far as my thought process was because of all these soul ties and shit.
Right.
You know, and that's very common nowadays, it seems, and it's very low vibrational, and it's not good for you at all. When you smash first and create all these bodies or whatever the hell they call that shit, you know, that's signing multiple contracts on the spiritual aspect when you lay down and smash somebody.
Exactly.
It's deep as hell, you know, but I was, you know, I had a bunch of soul ties, bro, that I had to do shadow work and basically cleanse out.
Yeah. And that is why when you think about maybe someone like an ex-girlfriend or something,
right?
And I have the same. It happened to me earlier today. You know, like, this is how you know, bro. It's like, to this day, if you think about somebody who you've had a lot of sex with, an ex-girlfriend, I guarantee you the feelings that pop up when you hear that person's name or you see that person in a picture, it hits different than just somebody else. And that's because you have a soul tie with that person.
Right.
You know, and it doesn't matter who it is. Like I think I got like 3 or 4 girls that I've been in like a serious relationship with. And every time I think about one of them, bro, it hits different. It's a stronger emotion. I can feel it, you know, and it's because you've exchanged so much energy with that person.
It's the truth.
You know,
that's why the soul ties is no joke. And like I said, you know, the way my mind works and sees stuff, it's like literally when you fornicate and smash these people, you're like signing a spiritual contract with them, and it's hard to get out of that shit.
Exactly. So why it'd be wise for you to sign the contract after you know it's a good person to be doing a contract with.
Right. On the sexual level, yeah, because that shit's deep. You know, a lot of people don't look at the deeper aspect and wonder why they're going batshit crazy out here.
Yeah.
Because of all these damn bodies and shit.
Exactly.
You know what I
It's not
mean? That
just,
shit ain't no
yeah.
joke. They're signing like multiple spiritual contracts, like I said, and having all these just different types of energy inside your body. That
Yeah.
shit's real. When you look on the spiritual aspect, it's not good, man, and it ruins you as a person.
Yeah. That is why I'm very grateful, and now it's totally different. I'm not geared towards having sex. I'm not interested in that whatsoever. Right now I'm not even. I already spoke on it, but I'm not even trying to go on dates right now.
Me
Like,
either, though. I'm not trying to go on no dates right now because I'm too focused on this purpose that the big homie got set up right now.
yeah,
Because we was in a relationship for, you was 6 years and I was 8 years.
yeah,
And that was a lot of time that we basically endured, and I don't want to say wasted, but to a certain extent we kind of did, because we thought we was in love, but it was all fake type shit. And
right,
now I feel like, since we broke free from this energy and stuff, the big homie of the universe got us doing this right now for younger, guys or whoever out there that can relate to this stuff.
yeah,
But
exactly.
don't understand how to talk about it type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know if I know exactly what you meant, but I feel like those relationships, and this is for anyone else who's had that, I don't think it's a total waste of time. I
Right.
know what
I
you meant.
agree.
Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to have this conversation if we didn't go through that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So there's always a lesson, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, we could have, with this information, I feel like I could have maybe had that relationship go 3 years instead of 6, right? Or you could have saved some time or something. Something is still beneficial to be able to basically digest this information. And it's just, I mean, it should be common sense, but society today, everybody just smashes. Like, that's all it is. Everybody just wants to smash.
Man, bro, it's getting unbelievable out here. And no disrespect to smashing and stuff, but when it becomes like the normal behavior, that's not good, bro.
Yeah.
The shit is like looked at as normal behavior now. And man, listen, it's deep. It's deep as hell, man. And I used to operate that way, but when you go on your SR journey, you just see things in a way deeper aspect, and it's all literally an agenda, bro, to destroy us as people and our spirit and shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All right,
that's
great
crazy,
job,
bro. It's just how it is, though. And that's why, I'm grateful for the time that we took off before we came back into the shop again tonight and stuff. Because, I've been sitting back looking at life on a deeper aspect, bro, and just needed some time to myself, because the big homie been slapping me in the face, with backhands, forward hands, all types of stuff. Like, yo, this is what I got to show you. Slap. And I'm like, damn, okay. And then another day, he's like, okay, this is what I got to show you today. Backhand, slap. And I'm over there turning my head like, damn, that's how you feel too? It's been rough. On top of a flat line, bro.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah, I've been kind of going through it too, bro.
Man.
That's how it is. Some days, but we've been on this journey long enough to know that I feel like every time you feel like this, there's usually some kind of upgrade that's around the corner.
Right. That's how I see it too. It's definitely like a level up or something for me going through this process of understanding patience on a deeper level, getting slapped in the face by the big homie upstairs for just showing me obviously stuff that I wasn't able to see before when I was operating worldly. Because it's like, as the days go by, I'm learning more and more about myself and life. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow and stuff for me, because I'm still growing as a person myself while trying to help other people.
Oh yeah,
and talk about personal experiences, but I'm growing at the same time, and sometimes it can be a damn trip. That's why I said earlier, sometimes it's overwhelming for me, because I feel like I'm just a normal person, but I'm actually like helping people.
Yeah,
becoming
absolutely,
that
bro.
natural leader that we talked about on semen retention. Because
Yeah.
before semen retention, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now at all.
Mm-hmm. No chance.
No chance, bro, at all.
Yeah, we'd be too distracted with worldly stuff.
Yeah, that's a damn trip. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but that's this journey is the real deal, man. It's real difficult for a lot of us men out here because it's a lot that goes on and it's easy to get distracted. But when you actually lock into that damn path, you start to see everything.
Yep, and you start getting blessings. That's how you know it's the real deal.
Yep, facts. That's
You
the
know what I'm
truth.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
My goodness. All right. Topic number 5, bro. We were talking about this earlier, man. What are your thoughts on how social anxiety is pretty much non-existent after you go on semen retention for a while?
It's the truth. Because for me, before I got on SR, I had social anxiety bad, it seems, because I was on the corn site a lot and was losing a lot of vitamins and minerals and brain power. Because you know, life force travels up your spine and goes to your brain. And when you're on the corn sites and wasting that all over the place, you like literally have no brain power out here and not able to use your creative energy. And bro, for me, man, that was very, very kingdom of darkness for me, man. Very kingdom of darkness for me operating in that way. And now, bro, damn near Super Saiyan up out here and just grateful. You know, very grateful operating this way now because it's like your world flips upside down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
World flips upside down and it's easy to talk and conversate about things because that social anxiety done disappeared because you done held in your creative energy. That's what our life force / semen is our creative essence energy to where we can basically operate in the childlike energy, come up with ideas, come up with all different types of plans, you know, able to conversate like how we did when we was kids all the time, just chopping it up easily. Because of that life force, bro. That social anxiety definitely disappears and chopping it up becomes easy.
Exactly. I feel like for me, because what I think happens, bro, is we talk about this a lot, but semen retention is like a healing journey.
Right.
You know, and it heals your mind, it heals your body, and it heals your spirit, you know. But as far as the mind goes, I feel like that's what it was for me, you know, social anxiety to where I would like, and I feel like that's how it is for anybody that busts nuts all the time. And if you're beating your meat all the time and you're draining your life force, you aren't confident when you get around other people because you have all this static in your mind. You know? That's what would happen to me. I would have all this static. I'd be like, oh, what is this person thinking about me? Or what is this? You know, now I'm just confident in myself and I go around and I'm just me. And I don't give a shit about what anybody thinks because I already know that I'm a dope person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and before I didn't think that, you know, because I didn't have confidence. You know, I didn't love myself. I was drained. You know, that's how it is. So I feel like you go around and you can just talk to anybody, and that's it's a really profound experience, bro, because a lot of things will expand from that. You know, you'll meet new friends. You'll be able to talk to women. You'll be able to meet new friends. You know, job interviews. Guarantee you're going to be able to get these job interviews like that. You know, just because your confidence is just through the roof. You know, and it's hard to explain why it happens. The only way I can explain it is that our life force, after some time, you know, after a month, 2 months, 3 months on this journey, your mind and your thoughts are going to be getting healthier, and you're going to see results.
It's the truth. You definitely see results, and you'll notice a difference in how you are as a person. And I like the example you use with the static, because that's how it is. When you waste your life essence on the corn sites and just bust all the time. You know, like on the television screen when it be all staticky and stuff, black and white static on the screen. That's literally how it is in your mind.
Exactly.
Nothing on the TV screen, just static and shit. That's how it is, bro. And then when you hold your life force in, that's when you start getting channels.
Exactly. And you can
You know what I'm saying?
You can dial into those channels.
Yeah, start getting channels and start getting some cable going on here and and actually can start operating better. You know, that's real shit. You know, that's I like the analogy you use with the static, because that's literally how it was for me.
Yeah.
When I didn't have social anxiety, like my television screen / mind or noggin or whatever was static than a mofo, bro. It was no channels. Yeah, no channels at all, and just out here tripping, wondering what people was thinking about me, what people got to say and all this. And now, since I've been holding the life force in, I don't give a damn. You know, because I know my value now.
Right. That's because you've been watching the Confidence channel.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Confidence channel and Be Yourself channel, you know?
Exactly. And got the God channel.
The Truth channel.
As soon as the channels start coming in, it's over with.
It's a wrap. That's what you want. You want the cable, man, the channels from holding your life force in. Ain't that something?
Yeah. That's the best way I can explain it, bro. Is like, because I used to go around and I'd go to like these parties or something. As soon as I could like start drinking alcohol, and then it would, you know, the static would go away. But if I was sober, you know, my old self, I'd be going around thinking all this crazy stuff, and I could have these conversations, but I wasn't leaving an impact on anybody, because deep down I didn't have confidence. You know, I didn't have. I know that you can relate, but it's just like you're basic when you're drained like that. It's almost like you're just a shell of a person.
It's the truth. You are like a shell of a person, because your life force is gone, so you're not able to tap in or connect with your higher self. Your higher self is gone.
Yeah.
You know, when you save the life force in and let it travel up your spine into your head, that's when you literally activate your higher self, because it's like that's like your intuition and your discernment and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like like you said, a shell of yourself. You got your shell, and then when you save the life force in, that's like the secondary part of you or some shit. Yeah, your higher self, bro, to where your senses are intact. Yeah,
and you can you get to figure out your worth. You know, when you're spending time alone, and when you isolate and you're alone, and when you're with the big homie, you know, you start to get your worth, so that when you go around and you meet people, you're confident, you know, and you know who you are. So it's night and day, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's night and day, and I'm happy to be on the day side now, because I spent years on the night side, and it didn't get me nowhere.
No, it's a sad existence on that side.
Yeah, it is, bro. It really is, and took us, you know, until we got in our 30s to obviously get that light bulb to go off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Get the channels coming on. The channel, now we got all types of channels.
All types of stuff going on. Like it's nothing.
All right, my boy. We got the grand finale. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. What are your thoughts on manifesting becomes way easier when you go on semen retention?
It's the truth, because when you go on semen retention, you realize that you'll be alone a lot, because obviously you raised up in vibrational frequency. Your energy is obviously raised up, and people notice that who are on a lower vibration, and they don't want to be around you, because they'll expose themselves, or it's just weird or something, you know, weird interactions.
Yeah.
When you go on that side, and you'll catch yourself being alone, and throughout this process of being alone, you'll notice that you'll manifest things for yourself. But it also requires that patience that I was talking about earlier, which is difficult for us men out here.
Yeah.
Having that patience throughout this moment of, you know, potentially manifesting things into your life is really important. And that's what I'm learning. You know, taking it day by day, staying disciplined and staying on routine, and just doing the right things out here, and not getting distracted and doing toxic stuff, I'm noticing that I'm manifesting a lot of things for myself. You know, manifesting more power to myself, manifesting better relationships with my small circle, manifesting let's see here. Yeah, greater confidence for myself, manifesting a bolder, tighter relationship with the big homie upstairs, the universe. Yeah, just all types of stuff for yourself. You know, manifesting a more dislike for materials. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, I'm not a materialistic person anymore. So I feel like I'm straying away from that type of stuff, you know, just becoming more spiritual. That's what I'm manifesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. I think for me, what I always like to talk about is the three C's, you know, that confidence, charisma, and courage. You know,
Facts.
all of these things start to come in. And so it leads you to basically putting in the work, you know?
Yeah.
Just like I always say, you know, and I'm going to keep saying it, but our podcast is the perfect example, you know, is the fact that SR opens you up to, you know, I feel like it kind of opens up your heart, it opens up your mind, and it also gets you to a place to where you feel like you can do the things, you know, you finally feel like you're capable of, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm actually going to go for it. You know, I'm going to go for this, right? To where your old self would have all these little pipe dreams and stuff. And you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I really want to do this, but you'd be too, you know, you're too weak-minded to actually go through with it, you know?
Right.
Now we're at a place to where we're very strong. Our spirit is very strong. And so, like, you know, and then you get the creativity popping off, and it's over, you know, because you're like, all right, you know, what else am I doing? You know, why don't I just try to give this a go and try to see if I can do something, right? And then you finally get the ball moving, and like I said, it's like that snowball effect, bro. You just keep going, and then all of a sudden you got 130 episodes on your new podcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it just happens, you know, semen retention. So this is another reason why I love to talk about it, is because this is what happens. You know, you see results when you go on semen retention. That's just, there's no other way to say it.
It's the truth. You definitely see results, because man, I never would have thought that we would be at 130 episodes doing this. You know, at the beginning of my SR journey, I never would have thought of being the type of individual to want to, you know, get stuff accomplished, bro. You know, get stuff accomplished, want to stay serious on a routine every single day, staying strong, keeping the big homie up first, you know, upstairs first, and not letting distractions in. That used to be my big problem, bro, is letting distractions in. And it would take me off my pathway. And now, since I'm not distracted, results are showing, bro. 130 podcasts. What's going on about here? You know, that's a lot of episodes, bro. You feel me? Like, that just shows it's all SR. Because like I said before, semen retention and holding in that creative energy, because that's what that is creative energy that we use to obviously, you know, accomplish things, create things, and be serious individuals out here, bro. When you hold that in, man, you will show some damn results one way or another, no matter what it is.
Yes, sir.
You'll be putting up numbers, fam.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like after a certain point, it just feels like you go on autopilot. You know, once you figure out what your goal is, and then you figure out what the mission is from God, and you figure out the steps, you figure out the blueprint, then it's over. You know, once you figured out the blueprint, then you just got to put in the work. That's it. And that's you know, sometimes it can be hard, but I feel like the hardest part for a lot of people is finding that blueprint.
Yep, find that blueprint, and then just basically stay consistent and just keep doing it on a consistent basis, and it will manifest into something pretty good. You know, it's gonna take time, obviously, and it's a journey, but when you find that blueprint, you just got to keep going on that road.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's real stuff, fam. That's what I come to realize, and grateful for it. Just real
Me
grateful
too.
for where I am today, and not being distracted and potentially getting my energy intertwined with the wrong energy out here, to where you'll fall off track type stuff and basically sabotage what you basically worked on.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm not trying to do right now, is get distracted and sabotage the creative energy from SR and what we are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Real shit,
Yes,
bro.
sir. And that's what we're gonna be moving on to episode 131, man. That's the end of this episode. Shout out to all the viewers as always, the retainers. And I'm thinking I think we're gonna be having some special guests. I don't want to reveal too much quite yet, but one of these episodes we're gonna have a guest on here. So
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a
yeah.
special guest coming up for you guys. And yeah, we don't want to give out too much info, but yes, it will be a third person on here coming up soon. And
Yeah.
coming from Spirit War Martin, much love to everybody out there, my fellow retainers, the female Jedis that rock with us, because I know y'all watching. You feel me, y'all? Y'all feel what we talking about, and we just appreciate that. And grateful for the podcast and episode 130. You know, that's just shows we're putting in work, and grateful for everybody that's in the Unchained gang, Spirit
Yes,
War
sir.
gang, and the Subconscious Galaxy. And once again, much love to everybody. Hopefully everything is going good. That's all I can wish.
Absolutely, man. Well, this was a great episode, man, and I feel better already, knocking this out, and we're on to the next one, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all you guys, man. If you guys are still tuned in to this episode, you're a real one, and we appreciate you guys. This has been the Unchained Podcast, episode 130. All right, guys. Peace out. Martin, great job, bro. I'll be talking to you, man.
All right, bro. Sounds good. And good job to you too as well, bro. Can't wait to spin this episode back and talk to you soon, bro.
All right, fam. Peace out.
Peace out, man.